Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is October 18th, 2025, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the Russell 2000, that's IWM, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's zoom in here. I'm going to be doing something, my opinion on dividend stocks. My son had asked me a few weeks ago about dividend stocks and something that he was looking at. Somebody had told him to buy, and I kind of said no, because again, it was losing more money than actually the dividend that it was actually paying. And then I saw again, again when somebody brings something like that to your attention, it seems like all that stuff starts flowing to you. And also again, where somebody was looking at that same type thing, the same things that are out there and all, and they were saying no, also that it was a scam. And I kind of agree with them based on what I was seeing on the charts. And I'll get more into that in that video that I actually put out here coming up here next week. But let's get to this weekly this market review of the IWM. Let's zoom here on the quarterly chart and see what we see. Quarterly chart, maximize this, and what we see here is still green. The Russell is one that I've been saying you better be careful with this thing here, because as you can see, when it gets to a top, it likes rolling over. It went sideways. We're not seeing all this. Let me see if I can back up a little bit where you can see this. It got to a top before, it rolled over, and then it came back up, and it didn't really go anywhere. These are quarterly. So 4 of these makes a year. So over a year, this thing stayed down below that high and it took over a couple of years before it got above that high. So again, right now, the Russell is getting above a high at this time. So be careful, be careful, be careful. Is the Russell going to continue going higher? Based on what it usually do, it can hang out here at this level for a while. So base your trading plans and your trading strategies around what you're seeing on the Russell, not what you expect, not what you think, what you see. Again, have a good, trend strategies for actually trading the Russell. It's a different animal. As you can see, it's been going up, but it can take some good dips on you, go up. Take some good dips on you, then take a while to get back up. It's a slow mover to the upside. Before it used to move pretty good, but in the last few years, this thing has been very choppy. It's been these are some pretty big swings on this thing, on this particular index. So be careful, be careful, be careful. It's at a top at this time. So that's all I'm kind of going off on that, because I do like trading. I do trade it. And I know a lot of people actually are invested. A lot of times your 401ks, they put you in the Russell because it's the most diversified index, since there's 2,000 of them. But it's 2,000 of a lot of little stocks, and also you got to be careful what you're actually trading and all. But that's it. That's enough of that on the Russell. Let me go ahead and go down to I see I got something on there. Let's go down here to this monthly chart. On this monthly chart, what we see again, we are at the top. We're getting a doji with pretty good selling pressure down here. That's what I'm saying. We're getting pretty good selling pressure at this time. I got a little indicator, a little marker up here at 250 to see if it's going to actually break this 250 level and actually close above this 250 level, since it went to 252. So I end up putting a marker, and I just a couple of pennies over. Okay, I need you to close a couple pennies over to this thing, and then see if you can actually close above that. Then I know you might come back down and test that level and all before you go higher. That's what I kind of expect. Until then, you're gonna have to prove me wrong and all that. That you're gonna go higher. I don't think you're gonna go higher. I think you're gonna give me another pullback before you go higher. A good pullback, like one of these pullbacks. We have to wait and see. Because based on what's going on in the country at this time, and the shakiness of our government at this time, I think we can get a good pullback. And I'm not really a bearish trader, but again, I just, based on what I see and what's going on, we just have to pay attention to what's happening on the charts. And let's go ahead and go down to the weekly chart and see what we see here. On this weekly chart, what I see here, again, let me zoom in here. Again, we have gotten above this top right here, and we tried to trade above there, but we ended up with a big one. That was one day that actually gave us this big red candle last week. And I'm going to zoom on in here a little bit more. So again, this is kind of like gave us a bearish engulfing, at the right location. and all. So, but we didn't get confirmation, and all. And right now we're getting a bullish harami at the top, and all with a lot of selling pressure on this particular candle here on this weekly candle. So again, based on my pivot thing, I'm still above pivot. So above pivot, stay above pivot, and I expect you to go higher. But the thing is, you got to break this top in order for me to, not if I get stopped out of a trade or something, if I get in too high and I get stopped out, I take that stop. But if I get what I think is a good entry and all, and it comes, so now I can get more of my stop is a little bit lower and all, because again I can take that little bit of a loss there if it goes a little bit, it goes there. So the thing is, if I want to play it long, I got to get a good entry. If I want to play it short, I can play it short anytime and every time it breaks this high, or I can sell call spreads of no trade recommendation. I can sell call spreads above this 250 level all day long and all. Because again, based on what I see on the Russell definitely is a slow mover to the anything is a slow mover to the upside, and you got a better chance, making money that way. No trade recommendations. I'm sorry I got into the whole trading thing there, but this is one thing that am trading at this time, back and forth, and all, and I'm just trying to see. I'm definitely taking a closer look at this, and as you can see on this weekly chart, we move up slowly, but we get green days, red days, green day, red days, green day, red days, green day, red day. Oh, we're gonna get a red day next week. And if we end up getting a red day next week from based on where it's at, we might get a drop below this low. No trade recommendation, but just based on what I'm seeing. And the thing is, we're gonna be looking at this to see if it's gonna break above this high or break below this low of this weekly candle. But that's it. That's enough of that on this whole weekly chart and all. Let's go down to the daily noise and wrap this on up. On this daily noise, as we can see, this was that Friday, and we on the Russell tried breaking above that Friday high, and all. It broke above that Friday high and actually got us a close above that Friday high, and then gapped up and dojied on us. And then the following day on Thursday, it ended up slamming back down to the downside. So again, and then here on Friday, was this an expiration Friday this past Friday? This was an expiration Friday this past Friday. This line reminds me of that. So now we got a doji right here. We got to see what's going to happen next week. We're going to be opening below pivot. That's this line right here. So that's not a good sign here for me being my bullish mindset. But I'm also getting what's the start looks like a morning star. That's these two candles right here. Now will I get a candle forming over here on this thing going higher and all. So that's what I'll be looking out for. Or the thing is, we can continue going lower, of course. But again, this is that Friday low that we're going to be looking to see. Okay, if you're going to continue going down, you need to break that low. But if you're going to continue going up, you already broke that high, but you came back down inside there. So that means there's a lot of selling up here at this 250 level and above. So that's why I'm kind of saying, okay, I don't expect you to break that 250 level here. Maybe again next week. We have to kind of like just wait and see what happens. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I really want to share. I'm sorry I got too much into technical trading and trading a little bit trading stuff. But again, here on this Russell, it's a slow mover. It makes up for some very good trades sometimes, selling stuff above and below its ranges and all. And it played out pretty good when I was doing my other thing and all. And I'm looking at doing more with that particular index at this time and all. But that's it. That's all I really want to share at this time. This is the Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next week. See ya.